You made the decision to start learning Python? Congratulations! In this video I will show you how to write your first Python code and how to set up the Python code editor Visual Studio Code without any prior knowledge in programming. Welcome! I'm Cons. I got a master's degree in computer science and currently work as a graduate research assistant in computer science and work with Python on a daily basis. And in this Python course, I would like to help you to learn Python. The first thing we have to do before we start writing our Python code is to check if Python is actually installed and correctly set up on our computer. To do that, we are going to use the command line. And if you haven't worked with the command line before, now is the best time to start. Because working with any programming language requires you to use the command line. To access the command line on Windows, we are going to use the PowerShell. And to open PowerShell, we go into our search menu, enter Power, and click on the PowerShell icon, which will open the PowerShell. To access the command line on macOS, open Spotlight and enter Terminal and press on Enter, and that will bring up the command line on macOS. If you are working on Linux, you're probably already familiar with the command line, and you can open the command line by searching for a terminal. And here on Ubuntu, you just enter terminal into the search and then open terminal to access the command line. After you open the command line on your operating system, enter Python free as one word without capital letters, space, minus, and a capital V. And this will print out the Python version you have installed on your system if Python is present. If Python isn't present, you have to install Python first. But don't panic, I already made several videos for every major operating system on how to install Python, which you can find in this playlist up here. The command we just entered, Python free minus capital V, prints out the Python version that is currently installed on your system. And to follow along with this course, I recommend that you use a Python version equal or higher to 3.6. I actually use Python version 3.9.6, so I'm well above the version 3.6. After we made sure that Python is installed on your system, we can start writing our first Python code. And for that, we're going to start with the Python interactive mode. To enter the Python interactive mode, enter Python free into the command line, which brings up this Python interactive mode, which first states the Python version you're using. And then you see those three greater signs, and when you type anything, everything will appear after those three greater signs. We can now use this Python interactive mode as a calculator, for example. So I can enter 21 times 3, and we can see it prints out 63. And every time we enter something in this interactive mode and press enter, Python will evaluate the code we have just typed. And we can type even more complex math calculations like 13 minus 2 times 21 divided by 7 plus 15 minus 2. And when we enter that, we see we get the result 20. Python actually respects the point before line rule. That means it will first evaluate 2 times 21 divided by 7 and then adds or subtracts the other values. If you want to divide the 13 minus 2 times 21 by 7 plus 15 minus 2, you have to use parentheses. So we're going to use a opening parentheses, 3 minus 2 times 21, closing parentheses, opening parentheses, 7 plus 15 minus 2, closing parentheses. And this will give us a completely different result because now Python evaluates the things that are in the parentheses first. And you can also use the Python interactive mode to print text on the command line. For that, we're going to use the print statement. So we enter print, open parentheses, and everything that is within the parentheses of the print statement will be printed out as text. And we're going to print the famous hello world text. So we open up with a double quote or a single quote, enter hello world, and close it with another double quote and then with another parentheses. That means that hello world will be interpreted as text as we have shown with the double quotes. And everything that is in the parentheses of the print statement will be printed out as text. And when we press enter, we can see it prints hello world onto our command line. So those were the first steps in the Python interactive mode, which is pretty limited to you at the moment. So now we're going to head over to write our first Python program. And to leave the Python interactive mode, just enter quit, opening and closing parentheses, and press enter, and you're back into your normal command line. To write code for any programming language requires you to use a plain text editor, which is in stark contrast to a rich text editor like Word, which you can't use as an editor for your programming language. Under Windows, we are going to use Notepad, which we can find in our search when we enter Node and open the Notepad app. Under macOS, we can use TextEdit as a plain text editor, but we have to make sure to set it into plain text mode by pressing Command Shift and T. As a plain text editor under Ubuntu Linux, you can, for example, use gedit. In our plain text editor, we first enter if __name __ equal double quote __ main __ double quote colon. This line will tell Python that everything which comes under this line is part of the main program. I will skip the long answer why you should always include something like that in your Python programs and explain it in a later video. After we have typed this first line, we press enter and then tab. The indentation with the tab is necessary to tell Python that everything which comes under this if statement is part of the main program. And now we're going to repeat the things we have seen in the interactive mode of Python. And I would like to enter a print statement. So we enter print, open parentheses, double quote, hello world, and another double quote and another closing parentheses. And this is our first Python program. To execute it, we first have to save it. So we go to File, Save, and then we're going to store it in our user directory under the name hello, and make sure not to include any spaces in the file name. And also give it the file extension .py instead of .txt or what your editor might suggest. And if you enjoyed this video so far, make sure to give it a like so it can spread to more people and more people can start to learn Python. To run the program we have just written in the editor, we have to go back into the command line. And in the command line, we first have to go into the directory where we have stored the hello.py file. To change the directory, you can use the command cd, which stands for change directory, on Windows, macOS and Linux. And I stored my hello Python file in my user directory, and to go into the user directory under Windows, you can enter cd c:\, users, cons, which is my username, and press enter. This brings me into my user directory, and to check if the hello.py file is actually in the directory, we are going to use ls, which lists all the files that are in this directory. Press enter, and then when we look through this list, we find hello.py down here. That means we can now use the Python interpreter to start our Python program. For that, we are going to enter python 3 hello.py, which is the file name, and press enter, and as you already expected, it prints out hello world as we have stated in our editor. We can now go ahead and extend our program by adding the calculations we have seen in the Python interactive mode to it. And for that we have to go into a new line and press tab once again, such that it is indented. And every Python expression has to be in its separate line, and Python will run those lines from top to bottom. So first it will go ahead and run the print hello world, and then we can enter print open parentheses 23 times 3 and enclose this in parentheses with the print statement, and that means it will first execute hello world and then do the calculation and print out the calculation on the command line. Before we run it, we have to save it and then go into the command line once again. And now you can use the up arrow key to choose the command we just entered and press enter once again, and we can see it prints out hello world and 69, which is very nice. We can also merge our two statements in the editor by separating them with a comma within the print statement. So if we want hello world and then the calculation, we enter a comma after the closing quote of the hello world statement and enter our calculation in here and delete this line, save our file again, go back into the command line, press the up arrow key to get the latest command we have entered and press enter, and this will run it in one line. Using a plain text editor for programming is not ideal because you usually don't have line numbers, which are crucial when something goes wrong and Python tells you where to look at. It doesn't come with syntax highlighting, which means that your code is colored in different colors to make it more readable. And it doesn't have access to a Python interpreter, so you could run the code right from your editor. For that, there are a lot of free and open source solutions, and in this video I'm going to show you the Visual Studio Code editor for editing your Python code. Visual Studio Code is available for the three major operating systems, which is Windows 10 and 11, macOS and Linux. To download and install it, head over to the Visual Studio Code download website and download the installer and follow the installer instructions. After you successfully installed Visual Studio Code on your operating system, you can run it, and then we would like to open the Hello Py file we just created in our plain text editor. For that, we go into Files, Open File, and then choose the Hello Py file we've just created and click on Open. And this will open the Hello Py file in a new editor window, and the first thing we will notice is that our code is very colorful now, which helps with readability. Secondly, we can see we have line numbers on the side, which are very important when something goes wrong. To use the full potential of Visual Studio Code for Python, we have to install the Python extension for Visual Studio Code. For that, we go on to the extension manager over here and then enter Python as a search term into that search bar over here, and the first thing that is presented to us is the Python extension, and we see it has 43.3 million downloads, and to install it we just click on install, and this will install the Python extension for Visual Studio Code. And now we can see the Visual Studio Code Python extension in action by pressing enter after our last line we have entered, and this will automatically open a new line and put an indent in the front. So we don't have to think about manually adding tabs to our code anymore. And the next cool thing is auto-completion. So if I want to enter another print statement, I press P, and this brings up this pop-up menu where I can choose between different Python statements. And on the top we can find the print statement, and if we click on it or press enter, this inserts the print statement into our editor. And now we would like to add a new print statement, so we enter parentheses and double quotes, and the Python editor or Visual Studio Code will make sure that we always have a closing and an open parentheses and also a closing and a opening double quote. So we enter another hello here, and all this might feel a little bit gimmicky, but if you work on big projects, those things will help you to save a lot of time. And now we can save everything. And as a last thing, I would like to show you how to run this code within Visual Studio Code. For that, we go to run without debugging, and this will bring up a command line on the bottom here, and we can see we have our hello world 69 and another hello world which we just entered. And we can rerun our code as much as we want with run without debugging, or we can even use the shortcut Ctrl F5 under Windows, which will run the program over and over again. Editing and running your Python code in Visual Studio Code concludes this video. You've seen how to use the Python interactive mode, how to do basic math, how to use the print statement, how to write your first Python program and run it with the help of Visual Studio Code. I encourage you to play around with everything you have seen here, because the most effective way of learning is to try out things yourself. If you got any questions on this video, make sure to let me know down below in the comments. And you can find all the things I have explained here in this video on my website, for which you can find the link down below in the description. If you don't want to miss any of my Python programming videos, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notified when I release a new video. If you want to catch up with me, join our lovely Discord community. big shout out to my Patreon subscribers for their support. You can find the part 2 of this Python course up here, and I wish you a fantastic day and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye!